Hey guys, what's Apple 2.0 here from my phone. So let's do it. Ghost story, okay. Take your phone. Oh, you are here. So let's do the ghost video. So let's find the okay. I already read until my time to go, and now I'm gonna read famous witches of the world. If you don't know who's What's the Witches is, it's apparently the same version of Hogwarts, like witches, wizards, and I hate the thing pop up in front of my face. Go down, please. Thank you. And so some centuries say this is good, one of the witches evil. So let's read it and be careful about the rituals. Have you ever had a bad spell of luck? Or on the contrary, had a lucky streak? Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't good or bad luck, but a spell thrust upon you by a witch. Or reader. With millions of witches in our world right now, there have been millions of witches before them. Some good, some bad, and some a bit in between, and there are some that just shine above the others. Here are creepy ghost stories. We thought it was really right to present you with our top picks of famous witches of the world. Okay, this one, like, Iridia, the very first witches. So, let me Google that about what does it mean, which I'm not in Google. Hold on. Okay, what's the witch's name is? Irida. What does... Is that how you spell it? Oh. What does it mean? There it goes. Ardia is a baby girl name mainly popular in Christian religion, and its main origin is Greek. Arenda name meanings is goddess of witches. Okay. Most probably the most mysterious and magical of the known witches had to have ever roamed the earth. It is thought and also document that Ardia was not actually born on the earthly plane, but was in fact created and sent down from above to pass on and teach her wisdom and witchcraft to the lesser and poorer women. With her outstanding beauty, ultimate powers, and brains, Arda was worshipped and followed by many and has gone down in history, and not just pagan history, and as one of the most powerful and influential witches of all time. Still to this day, Arda is looked upon and worshipped by modern day witches, and born from good and bad, dark and light. Diana, a deity of Italy, worshipped in the Church of the Roman Catholic, the Queen of Witches and Moon Goddess, and Lucifer, a beautiful fallen angel, the devil himself. It's no wonder that Ardia herself became known as the Queen of Witches. Alice K. Taylor. Alright, I know. Alright, let's see what Alice means. Her character name is Alice, and these are sure I'm right about. She's strong and stuff. Noble. Alice is a classic feminine name of German origin, meaning noble and exaltate, popularized by Lewis Carroll Alice in Wonderland. Alice hit the naming charts at the turn of the 20th century and has remained a beloved contender ever since. Okay, but what about... Hopefully I don't have to spell that. It doesn't say what the meaning is, and she's in Ireland. And then she born in Ireland, died in Ireland, born in Ireland, died in Ireland. Huh. Luckily, there's no island near my Poland house, I think. The legendary Alice Cutler went straight on our list without a second thought. She was the very first witch who was condemned of witchcraft over in Kilkenny, Ireland. She was a worthy woman after having 4 husbands. Oh, okay. She was accused of witchcraft after her 4th husband died due to poisoning. She was accused of his murder, as it was thought that she herself had used one of her witchy poison and a spell to carry out the deadly deed. Alice was accused of not only witchcraft but performing dark magic with the use of animal sacrificing and even worshipping the devil. She was even accused of doing sexual acts with Satan himself. Fearing for her life, she and her longing trusting assistant fled Ireland and landed themselves in mainland England. Alice was never seen again, and she more than likely lived out the rest of her life until she died of old age. The same can't be said for her assistant, Petrina de Meth. I think it's Irish. Don't know. Who was called, and she herself took the penalty for Alice and was burned at the stake on November 3rd, 1324. Right, let me copy that. Copy. There. She was born in 300. 13,000. Where is she? Yeah, she was born in 13,000. No way, she was 24. Oh my god, she was 24. If you guys see that, she was born in 13,000 and now she died in the age of 24. She died at the age of 24? I don't know, let me know in the comments that I'm right. I was thinking she was born in 13,000. La Phocienne, aka Catherine Deschamps. Okay, let me, sorry guys, I'd just like to know what does it mean. Let's try Catherine. See what it means. I know what it does that. But, hold on, let me put what the Petronella mean. Rock. Seriously? Rock. Rock, really? Rock. In Greek baby names, the meaning of the name Petriana is rock, derived from the Roman platform. Okay, sorry. Uh-huh. Okay, Catherine. I think it means the dead. I don't know. Just cover that. Delete that. And oh, it's French. I didn't know it was French. So what Catherine means. Catherine. Pure. In French baby names, the meaning of the name Catherine is pure dia from the Latin Katharina, from the Greek Ekaterina. It was born by a number of states, including Saint Catherine of Alexandria, a 4th century Maronite who suffered tortured on a spiked wheel. Who is it, Aurora? Okay. As like in all things in life, there are good and bad, darkness and light, heaven and hell. The same applies with witches. Where there are good ones and bad ones, and La Vision was the later. La Vision had 40 years on the earth before she finally paid her dues by being burnt at the stake in 1680. Even from the tender age of 7, she would walk the streets begging and telling the fortune to paying customers. It didn't take her long. Her prophecy skills got around, and she soon built up a long list of customers who would soon become her followers and worship the ground she walked upon. By the time she was in her early 20s, La Vision was earning enough money to support herself as well as her husband and her stepdaughter with one of her many skills, which include midwifery, beautician, palmistry, astrologer, herbalist, and of course, her best trait, sorcery. Her reputation soon got the attention of the church, and her seeming enchanting powers had her magic being accepted, and she was blessed by the church. And it goes without saying that her followers and her clientele grew as did her wealth. So I think this is Catherine. This is the forgot the name of it. Comment down below if you know the name of it. I don't know. Troubled young girls would seek the guidance and help from the highest priest. That's the name, priest. And with the help of La Vision, who would dressed in her gold embroidered dark purple robe, would carry out a block mass and would charge the troubled girl, and the payment was their body for satanic sacrifice. La Vision was now the highest priestess, had over 50 cataract priests who she would carry out the dark rituals with, and with the sale of her poisons and even the limbs from the girls she sacrificed, La Vision was making a pretty penny indeed. Her wealth grew, and La Vision invested some of her wealth and bought a huge property to house homeless and poor young pregnant girls, where she would carry out abortion. She would offer the girls a magic potion as payment and send them on their merry way. But sometimes La Vision would brainwash the more troubled and vulnerable girls to go through with their pregnancy and give birth to their baby. The material vision would set free these saddened girls by the promise of a better afterlife, a mother along with their newborn innocent babies would be used in the dark massives and used devil worshipping, and would see their throats by spilled in the dark magic satanic rituals. Okay, this is when I get terrified. Okay, witches. I've heard that witches like to kill babies, like children who want to get rid of them from the witches. And now this one is different. Kill the innocent babies? Come on! They're so cute. If the mother and father were so excited to have a baby, would they protect him from the witches in the old century? Yes, they would. These rituals and Black Sabbath continues for many more years, until finally Valjean's actions finally found herself in jail. Thank God. Justice came to all the lost souls when Catherine Montvaljean paid for her gruesome crimes on February 23rd, 1680, by being burnt at the stake. And guys, I got a feeling that's the body from the witch. Look at her! I think that's the body from the witch. Or is it a statue? One way or another. I don't know. Oh. Never mind, that's another witch. Mother Shipton, aka Ursula Savelle. Let's see what Ursula means, guys. Ready? Okay. Ursula. Not Ursula. Ursula, there you go. Bear. Let me get it straight. You bought Ursula, the sea witch with a little mother named Bear. Hold on, guys. Ursula is American English to a female given a name from a Latin word meaning bear. Okay, born in a dark, damp cave and under the disguise of a fearsome and aggressive thunderstorm, Ursula Savelle was born to a 15-year-old mother raised out of sight in the very cave she was born. Her young mother never revealed who her father was, but it was rumored he was not of this world, meaning that her father was a Satan, and now the baby, aka Ursula, was a witch, that her mother, 15-year-old mother, scared her. Ursula was born with bent inward legs and a crooked back, but she wasn't the prettiest of girls, with her long, overlarge nose and witch-like features. The this is why Mother Shipton had the people of England shaking in their boots and fleeing the safety of their homes. Or maybe it was for her prophecy skills. Mother Shipton had the gift of foresight to predict many things in her life that came true, but it wasn't until after her death that she started to be known as England's most famous prophetess. Mother Shipton produced many wars, including the Spanish Armada, as well as the fate of certain rulers. She even foresaw the Great Fire of London in 1666. Okay, guys. I was thinking that when we looked at the book, The Great Fire of London, 1666, we didn't see Mother Shipton in there because that was a long time ago. And I got a feeling that she possessed the people to blame someone who started the fire, so they evacuated their homes. Comment down below if I'm right or wrong, because I have no idea. But it was her production of The End in the World in the year 1881 that had people leaving their homes and seeking solace in churches and temples under the hand of God. That one production that never came true. I think that's Michael Nostradamus. I think that's the name of it, I don't know. Okay guys, I got a feeling that it means death. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong, so not oh wait, sorry. Any quack doctor or charlatan? Okay. Okay. So, not your typical potions and lotions but Nostradamus' ability to see into the future get his place on creepy ghost stories, which is on the world list. And don't forget, guys, he's a wizard. I mean, come on, wizard is is male version of the witch. The 14th December 1503 was the great day for the world of Michael de Nostradamus was born. It became apparent that Nostradamus, I think that's the word, was special from a very young age. His ability to learn was astounding and outshone all his peers in school. In fact, he outshone all his teachers too. He had a natural gift in astronomy and was knowledgeable in the subject beyond his years. So much so he was classed as freaky. It's well known that Michael de Nostradamus was like a sponge and had a photographic memory. But what really made Nostradamus stand out from the rest was his ability to see into the future. If it was a bowl of water, Nostradamus would stare into this still water, and visions of the future would unveil before his eyes. His predictions were not only for his lifetime, but for many years after, even till this day. With his vast amount of serial production document in many books, it's hard to dismiss he had a special gift. Some of his famous prophecies that came true include the innocence of John F. Kennedy and his brother Bobby Kennedy in 1963. See guys, see? The rise or fall of Adolf Hitler, born 1949 to 1945. The French Revolution in 1789. And the most recent and tragic prediction was that of the 9/11 terrorist attack, September 11th, 2011. Not saying that Nostradamus died in 1566. Okay guys, we know that Bobby Kennedy died in the, I don't know, Agnes Sampson. So let's see what Agnes means. Oh, I think I spelled it the wrong way, was it? Yeah. Girl. Greek, a Latinist form of the Greek Hackney derived from hangos, meaning chaste. The name was later associated with the Latin agnus, meaning lamb. Agnes Grey is the name of a novel written in 1847 by Anne Brontë, the youngest of the literary Brontë sisters. Agnes was the 15th century witch whose speciality was her ability to make herbal healing potions and was known for her healing hands. She was also a midwife and was at hand to birthing mothers. She made the birthing experience more comfortable with her herbs and potions. Unfortunately for Agnes Sampson, her healing capabilities caught her noticed, and the Scottish folk of North Berwick didn't like what they were seeing and hearing with Agnes. Along with another 100 or so accused witches were captured and tried for witchcraft. Agnes would not confess to being a witch and denied she had anything to witchcraft and the devil. Agnes was thrown into a dungeon at Holywood Palace, where she underwent 4 days of hell and torture. She was beaten until she was blooded and unconscious. Her head was shaven and her naked body was strapped to a wall by her mouth using a device known as the Scold Bridle. This torture device was placed in her mouth with 4 sharp spikes. If she was to move, her tongue and her mouth would rip apart. Oh man, I forgot about that. She was left like that for days. Still, Angus would not confess. The punishers grew tired of her pleading her innocence, so they decided to up the torture. A torquerent will be torture to break her, and it wasn't long before Agnes retracted her plea of innocence and confessed to all the charges against her. Agnes, along with the other accused witches, was tied and burned at the stake. Agnes was clearly not happy with her state, is thought to now roam the corridors of Holywood Palace in her ghostly state. Symbolique. Okay, that's what I mean. Prophecies. Nice. Symbolique was and still is a hugely respected one of England's pagan treasures. Born with a witch's mark and from a bloodline of witches that can trace back to as early as 1113, and with her prophesic grandmother Symbolique was already destined a great witch. As a child, Symbol was brought up around the New Forest in Hampshire, England, and had everything Wicca on her doorstep. Maybe this is the reason why Symbol became so influential, as she had nothing to hide and was able to openly practice witchcraft from a young age, and was a member of many covens, and this is where her knowledge of making potions and healing herbal remedies grew. Symbol was well known about town and could be often seen in her trademark floating cloak and crystal necklace, and with her jackdaw pet, Dr. Hotfoot Jackson. Hotfoot Jackson, I forgot about that. who would sit on her shoulder. Not only was Symbol was an active witch with physical abilities and healing hands, she was also a fitted writer and with a passion of astrology, reincarnation, and numerology, which is invaded to anyone who has read one of her many books on the subject. Symbol died in 1982, but her soul lives in all modern day witches who look upon Symbol as a role model. Wait, hold on. Sleep. Sorry guys, I just need to check to make sure that 26th of October 1982. She was a good witch. How? Maybe the witches didn't know they grow old and now they died. That's what I was thinking. I think this is her, I think. Creepy's list ends here, but there are hundreds of practicing witches out there today, most of whom are good. But like everything in life, there is a yin and a yang, a good and a bad. You never know who your neighbors are these days, now do we? Okay guys, looks like I'm leaving it here, and let me put the... Hello. Sybil. So I'm gonna leave it here. Let me guys know which one is your favorite, most powerful witches in the world. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like, and comment down below about which witches you like and where do you want to solve a mystery. And be careful out there. If you go out in the night, the witches will catch you. And press the subscribe button, hit the bell notification on if you enjoy this video. Yeah, but we've got to be careful so I don't get no wages soon. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.